Live music has been diminishing in Sydney for some time, but our local Hornsby Inn has been doing its best to keep the music alive, and one of its ventures is an open mic night. The new maestro of this open mic night is Kirk Burgess, and we are lucky enough to have him with us in the studio. So welcome, Kirk.
Thank you, Mary. Thanks, guys.
Yes, welcome from everyone. So firstly, a little about yourself. And one of the things I'd like to know from my research is the names of your businesses, Bam Bam Music and the Big Fizzle. Is that right?
I can't take credit for Bam Bam Music. That's
okay.
Maurice Mariason and his wife Mel, but they help us out with some stuff that we do over in Blacktown, one of the venues there. And but yeah, the Big Fizzle, that's my little venture. That's my thing.
I love the name. What does a foozle?
What is a foozle? Yes. It's a gaming term, actually, for any kids out there like their Mario Brothers or whatever. So one of the guys in the studio.
Does Miles know what a foozle is? No, Francis?
No, but it sounds like is it one of the objects in the game?
Yeah, it's.
I was going to ask
the
that
box
question.
or something.
Yeah,
yep.
To do with something you have to hit or.
Yeah, it's a slang term for an end of level boss in like a Mario Brothers type game. So you know the big dude that you got to hit heaps of times.
Fair enough.
Okay, fair enough.
Yep, that's my inner geek coming out in the business name.
Well, it's just adorable as a name. It sounded to me like, you know, something on Sesame Street. And I was thinking, oh, my goodness.
No, that's not cool.
No, definitely not. But that's how it came to me.
I have an addiction to Sesame Street. Sorry, guys. So, yeah.
There we go. Well, Kirk, how did you get into music?
Yeah, good
Young
question.
gentleman like you.
Yeah, well, you know, I played music through high school and then did the respectable thing of getting a uni degree and stuff like that. But somewhere along the line, my early 20s, just thought, man, I want to play music. I do it as a hobby. It'd be fun to try and do it as a career. So kind of dropped everything in my early 20s and went and did a music degree and, you know, started getting work, gigging and teaching and stuff like that. And then, you know, after several years of doing that and, you know, performing full time, then for a while, I dreamt up the idea of the Big Fizzle. So,
and the Big Fizzle is a music company. Can you just tell us what that company is all about?
Yeah, well, there's two things, you know, we're trying to achieve with the Big Fizzle. One is to encourage people of any age group just to get out from their bedroom or their lounge room and start performing live. So, you know, it's amazing how many people in Sydney actually play music but don't feel that, you know, they're good enough to play live or you know...
the confidence.
Confidence thing and stuff like that. And so we try to facilitate that, just make it, you know, make music fun again, you know. And the second thing is to try and create a bit of a live music scene in each venue that we service. You know, Mary, you mentioned before that live music has kind of diminished a bit. And so, yeah, with Hornsby Inn, the partnership I've got with them, we're trying to just reach out into this community and give musicians somewhere to perform. And it starts with the open mic night, and then we've got this upcoming Kings of the Inn competition, and there'll be other programs we run after that to try and, you know, get people performing but also enjoying live music and, you know.
Now, you have actually run open mic nights at other venues around Sydney and still do.
Yes.
So, yes, where are those other venues that you have the open mic nights?
We do Sunday nights at Epping Hotel every second week. We've been doing that for about a year now, and we've also started up this year one at Atura Hotel out in Prospect near Wet and Wild. And yeah, we started off, we took over the Hornsby open mic a couple of months ago, and that's been, you know, growing nicely, and they've allowed me to come up with this crazy band competition we're doing, setting off in a couple of weeks.
Now, this band competition, is this called the Kings of the Inn? Is that's what the band competition's called?
Yes, I was listening before when you referred to me
I was
as
thinking
the King of the Inn.
That's right. Should we you?
I would never put that moniker on myself, but if you want to call me that, guys, you know.
We will knight you here and now.
yeah, that's interesting. King
Whatever.
of the Inn.
Crown
I don't know what the licensee would say about that. When I turn up on Thursday, but no, the Kings of the Inn competition. It's an open mic band competition, so soloists, duos, bands. And, we're just getting as many of the local music-related businesses involved sponsoring it. You guys are sponsoring as well, which we're very grateful. And, just encouraging people to come out and enjoy a fun Thursday night out, checking out local music.
And, Kirk, how does it work? Do people just show up, or do they have to get in touch with you first, or have to pay a fee to be part of this? How does an open mic night work? No,
the open mic, you just turn up and say g'day and meet the other musicians and singers that are there and play some songs, hopefully hang out and connect with the other musos. At the other open mic nights we've seen bands start up just by guys that have been coming along, and they start, getting together, writing songs or whatever. So just any way that, we can encourage people just to get to know each other and start jamming.
Yeah, and I imagine that people, sort of love to do, any musician loves to play with another musician, and sometimes it's a bit hard to do that, to find someone to play with. So this is a perfect opportunity for them, even not to necessarily compete, but just to have a chance to play with another musician.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, it's, I remember when I was starting out, when I was at uni and stuff, you'd think, gosh, there's never any bass players around, there's never any drummers, where do you find musicians? And you answer ads in papers and you get weird guys that, a bit strange and stuff. And so to actually have like a forum just to meet other musicians and hang out in a friendly setting, that's great. And that's what that's the sort of thing that we build with the Big Fizzle.
And beside this, you have a music school going, is that right? Lessons down at Epping?
Yeah, well, we run courses. We ran a music and live performance course at Epping late last year, and early this year we did a follow-up course called Music Made Easy. And that's just trying to workshop, to about 10 people. We have maximum 10 people in each workshop, and showing them practical lessons on how to perform on a stage. Like if you've ever performed on stage, it's completely different when you're playing at home by yourself.
You've got people watching you thinking, oh, they're going to judge me, I bung that note, they're going to hear it. They won't hear it.
That's right.
Make it that obvious.
You got the guy up the back going, play some chisel, mate, play something we like,
Yes, exactly.
And it can throw you.
And also the lights, because you're not used to the heat of light. I've played in band competitions and whatnot, and those lights, even though it's a small venue, they're a lot hotter than you think, though. You think, okay, yeah, I'll wear a nice jacket or whatever. You'll start sweating within 30 seconds starting playing.
Oh, but that's rock. We want to see the sweat. We want to see those drums go,
stretch off, yes, absolutely.
But yeah, you're right. Yeah. It's a completely different environment. So the courses, we teach stuff like that, how to use music theory to enhance your performance, how to move on stage, all the gear that you need and how to use that. So there's so many things can go wrong at a performance, and we try to just, cover all those things. So it's a lot of fun, the courses,
And you, with your background in your music degree, I'm certainly, you bring such richness to a course like that. I also noticed...
I'm known for that sort of thing, richness.
Fair enough.
Yes. You can keep talking, Mary. This is great.
Kirk, I noticed one word in the research that you really wanted to take the fear out of music for people, and I just love that. Because I think, people are afraid to go before, but also even to sing, people are afraid to do that, and I think it's such a natural thing that's present in all societies.
A good friend of mine used to always say, art is communication. Comes from, there was some sort of Latin word that he said that, it connected all that, but, I always took that with me, that, art is communicating with your audience, and if you're too scared, if you're, worried about making mistakes or whatever, then you lose the communication element. You stop, you lose the groove, you lose the feel, and the music just becomes this exercise in trying to get it right.